for tuning in to Rock Rage Radio. We're about to get started with Osment'S Artist Interview, brought to you by Rock Rage Radio and Osment Entertainment. So check out these bands that we've had in the past and give them a thumb and a like. And don't forget to visit Rock Rage Radio and Osment Entertainment on social media. Check them out and give them a thumb and a like as well. Thank you for
Bite my tongue, bide my time, wearing a warning sign. Wait till the world is mine. Visions I vandalize, cold in my kingdom sight. Fell for these ocean eyes. You should see me in a crowd. I'm gonna run this nothing town. And watch me leave them bow one by one. You should see me in a crowd. Your silence is my favorite sound. And watch me leave them bow one by one. Count my cards, watch them fall. Blood on the marble wall. I like the way they are. Scream, tell me which one is worse, living or dying first, sleeping inside a hearse. I don't dream. You say, come over baby, I think you're pretty. I'm okay, I'm not your baby. If you think I'm pretty, you should see me in a crowd. I'm gonna run this nothing town. And watch me leave them bow one by one. You should see me in a crowd. Silence is my favorite sound. And watch me leave them bow one by one. took all those years away to feed off the ones at night. As you sit all alone with your fears, now you lay in a cell with your tears. Will it all be okay if you fall back in limbo? I watch the waves they take you in as I pour away the walls broken. I hate to relate to all your sin, so I won't be afraid of my nightmares again. I'm here.
There you go. Can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
I hate that. So, have you ever worked with the StreamYard before?
No, I haven't. Actually, I've been looking at some of the features in it, and I'm pretty stoked on it. I might be using it myself.
Dude, it's super easy, but like one of the features on the video play when you go to add in your MP4s,
Yeah.
it has a loop button. So basically what this loop button is it's designed so then that way you don't see like my back screen when I transition from like video to video.
Right.
Any boots, I left it on, so that's why it kind of, you gotta like remember to press like so many different little clickets before.
Yeah, it looks like there's quite a few options. I was excited to, watching through some
You
of these.
have like your overlays too. So this is the one we normally use when we're on here, is we'll do that, and then we'll do like a background, but after you get done, so you can like change it all up. It's actually pretty cool and so self-explanatory too. So if you download it, you could so call me and I could teach you how to do it, like, I don't know, within like 30 minutes. It's super easy.
Nice. Yeah, like we'll definitely get on that.
It's really good for like a podcast too. Like if you start like a band podcast,
Yeah.
You can add audio, video clippets, MP3s, MP4s. You can even do like a shared screen, like I'm on your screen over here. So you can like, in mine, you can do a whole lot more than what you can do on your side. So my side, you can even like share screen. So if I was going to share like your Facebook page look, like it would look like this one.
Oh, cool.
So you could even like, what I'm working towards is doing a music chat like with someone and then like showing the videos on that. So like actually hosting a show to where we just judge music videos all day.
Right. That's pretty neat.
Be pretty cool. Anyway.
Yeah. So is everybody seeing this now?
Yeah. We're all
awesome. Hey guys.
And
hey,
Josh Dilly said, be sure to share the video in the Ink group. Shared your live to the group. Aw, okay, cool beans.
Nice.
So make sure you.
How do I see comments? I'm right now. I'm in the StreamYard page.
It should have the. Okay, so here, let me just.
Oh, I think I see it.
But I can add them on the bottom of the screen too. So if I click on the comments, I can put them up on the screen. So then that way everybody can see what they say. Mary Jo, hello.
Josh, awesome, dude. Thank you. Okay, I figured it out. I see comments now.
I'm gonna see if I can look at this.
Be sure to share a video.
So we played Psycho first.
Right.
How'd you come up with the lyrics to that song? Do you write all the lyrics, or is it like a group effort thing?
Yeah, the lyrics are up to me since everybody else has the tough job in the band. Every now and again,
there's I'll read up on something and or use like my own personal experiences, and that's how Psycho
Right.
came about. The music started out first, and then I kind of just threw some lyrics over it. I was going through like the weird breakup. We had a rough relationship, everything, and so those experiences, and it mostly started from a conversation that like my ex had towards me, and basically the part of it of the lyrics that came up was it seems to me you're a psycho for just pursuing this career of yours or pursuing music,
Right.
and so I kind of like twisted it around, and we were very much into each other, and I kind of the lyric came up. I love the way you watch the fire burn. Pretty much just watch me be as passionate as I can be, and you're still in love with me. So it seems to me you're a psycho. So that's how that came about, and of course like a bunch of other stuff like the verse parts. Where we go through the pain and suffering of like a rough relationship, and
Right.
part of the lyric that says, I just can't wait to feel the blade again is just wanting to go through that tough love again. So it's a pretty crazy song. It's fun to play. It's that much more exciting to watch and listen to fans like sing it back to us,
Right.
after like a year it's been out, and then we had our first hometown show back, and listening to some our friends like sing it back to us, that was pretty surreal, and it's pretty exciting that a lot of them could relate to what the song was about.
So did you write "You Should See Me in a Crown" after that one or before that one?
Crown, actually, the funny story about that one was it's a cover song, but it didn't start out to be that way. um our bass player Paul and I, we were kind of sitting around and experimenting with like different sounds, and drummer Sean, he was like, this could be like, it sounds like it could be like a soundtrack to John Wick or something,
Right.
and we jammed it out and we played it and recorded it, and so I couldn't really find anything lyrically that would fit that I felt like would mesh well with the music, and I was listening to "Used to See Me in a Crown" by Billie Eilish, and I was thinking like, oh, this kind of fits over this song, and I did, and it worked, and so I kind of sang some parts different, sang in a different key, playing a different tuning,
Right.
but even still, drummer and I had this not argument but conversation as we're like, well, should we like do the typical like scream over it and be like, oh, it's a metal cover, or just throw like your typical hard rock cover? And I was like, no, I was vibing with something else. I'm like, so I'll just sing in a monotone voice and do harmonies over it that'll sound dissonant, and still like go through it and not really like belt it out, and there's like a layer of me just like really belting it out, but it's kind of tucked in there in the mix, and I love the way it felt, and everybody else we showed it to, we had a listening party, and that one was released. We had a distribution deal with independent record label, and they wanted to push it even further. We got the video made, and they even asked too, like, do you want to do like what Billie Eilish did for her video and kind of make it weird? And I'm like, uh, mate, why don't we go the opposite, or we just give it like a gangster feel, like a vibe, like, like we can play these characters where we're like in the mafia and we're looking to take over. And so I felt like that was more fitting than having a dark vibe over it and still being able to show off, like nice clothes, and like the shiny watches and the Rolexes. I'm wearing a Rolex in the video. We kind of borrowed from a friend. I'm like, I don't even own one. I'm like sitting with like 20 grand on my wrist.
It's so
And
heavy.
the director, Brian Bishop, who's awesome to work with, and he's he directed, he did all the editing on the Psycho video, and he did
Right.
the shooting and the editing, post editing on the Crown video. And he's like, dude, you should wear like a fur thing over you, like just ham it up. And if we could get like fake stacks of cash. And unbeknownst, of course, a friend of ours had cash lying around. He's like 5 grand in cash. I'm like, what are you doing with that? He's like, we had it in savings. It's for emergencies. Here, just use it. And I was like, spread out. And on top of that, bass player's like, you should have a glass of bourbon. That'll just like set it off. And so like we sat there, and I'm like, this is over the top. People are gonna think we're just, insane for doing something like this. And we went with it, and it worked. And
I mean, but the lyrics are, "You should see me in a crown."
yeah,
I
right.
mean, and basically what the meaning behind that is, graduating from that toxicity level and
Right.
not being in that repetitive rotation, and then finally being at crown basis.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, I
So
agree. Because
fucking bourbon all the way.
our first video was shot with an old friend of ours, Dylan. We didn't have much of a budget to work on, like exciting videos. So the landlord at our old rehearsal studio, he had like this big like junkyard, and we kind of set it up to where it looked kind of okay, like open the floor up. It's like, why don't we just shoot the video here and just go punk rock style? And it worked. And so we go from that and, playing this grungy setting. We had like the cutoff denim jackets, everything. And then we fast forward, and now we're like rolling rock and Rolexes and expensive shades. And we had a Bentley in the video. It wasn't even ours. It was pretty rad to, at least sit in one. I've never sat in one. And it just happened to be like a friend of ours owned one. He was like, dude, can I be in your video? And I'm like, well, I don't know. It's like, well, can my car be in your video? And so we had him like pull up, and, we had the Beamer and the Bentley in there. It was such a wild experience. It was so much fun too. It's so much fun to do those. I wish we could do more.
They said a cool backstory. Let's see if I can get this up here. There we go. Now, so what are your plans? Okay, so hold on one second. So it was released yesterday, yes?
Yeah, this song was actually, Ghost was dropped today. Yesterday, Rock Rage had wanted to do an exclusive to air it the day before, and a couple of other stations as well. And they were like, okay, yeah, just have at it, We were kind of thinking we didn't want to push like the pre-saves or anything like that. So, you know what, we'll wait till it drops, and then we'll do like a push. And, we're working on like visuals and all that stuff. And instead of going for the usual, like, okay, we're in a rock band, we're playing our instruments, I think this one is going to be a little more about telling the story using visuals and that kind of stuff. And we have quite a few people working on it now, and we're excited to drop that too. It kind of, I feel like it'll increase the longevity of the song,
Right.
Instead of just blowing our load like right away as soon as it drops. Like, here's the video, here's this, here's merch, here's everything. So it's kind of all like mapped out to where it kind of stretches the life of the song itself. We feel like it's been a lost art to where, like most bands, they feel like there should be more attention driven to the song than just, okay, it's out and it's popular for a month and then it's gone. And it's, okay, let's move forward to the next one.
Right.
So we feel like there's a lot more character to it, and we like to experiment with different things, when it comes to that.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm going to take a break and play it real quick, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Give me just 1 second.
Dreams where I fly, I see you dancing in the void. Deep inside I hear a voice, I cry. The air is so cold and I'm not alone. I can feel it as I stare at the ghost. It won't let me go, it won't let me go. She has me trapped in this endless nightmare. She holds my throat and whispers in my ear, keep you here. The air is so cold and I'm not alone. I can feel me.
Oh, I gotta turn the thingy off. One sec. There we go. Y'all, write in the comments and tell us what you think about the song. I think it was freaking amazing. I like the screams in it and how it still has like the punky feel to it too as well.
Yeah, it's that was what a weird song like to come up with too. It's I was sitting with my son Kaiden, who was 9 at the time. He's writing the story out, and he's like, Dad, like we could make this into like a video or a song. And he likes to draw comics, and
Right.
he was telling the story about like, well, when I was asleep one time, I saw this girl. She was dressed in white. She had black hair, couldn't see her eyes, and I felt like I couldn't get up from sleep. And I was like, okay, like what? He was like, it felt like it was real, but it was a nightmare. But I felt like I was awake in my bed, but I couldn't move. And he was experiencing sleep paralysis, and so he drew out this story and wrote, the storylines to read just that. And Sean is the drummer, and he was like, "Do you want to like maybe change it up and stuff?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know. I kind of want to give this, try this out verbatim for what he
Right.
wrote in his story." And as vague as it seems, like there's not much lyrical content to it. It feels like it says more, less is more, and it gives it that much more of a mysterious vibe.
I really like it. It's so normally I can't wait till you get a video out. So how do you plan on doing the video? I mean, okay, I got to ask.
Well, without giving out too much detail, so it's not, so it doesn't fall flat. You're not too much high expectations. So the idea of it is to show that eerie and paranormal, like horror-esque vibe to it.
Right.
That's all. That's all we can say. Like it'll have. We've been posting a little bit of clips and snippets up on our Instagram and other pages to kind of it's like unofficial trailers to it, but it's not like officially announced like, okay, these are trailers to the video, but there's like clues and Easter eggs where you can find out like, okay, it's gonna be that, or what's it gonna be. And but it'll definitely be very dark and very eerie, like almost uncomfortable to watch. Some of us have seen it and we're like, oh gosh, like should we put this out? But we're
Well, once
excited.
you get it out, you let me
Yeah.
know and we'll throw it on here. And we'll keep
Yes.
the ones that we have on now. I mean, I don't know if you've seen today, but every time that we play your song, we'll comment. So then
Yeah.
that way, every time you see me comment your band, you're like, okay, well, she must be playing my stuff.
Yep. We've always loved you guys. Like I know John from way back in the day, and when we had our like pre-release demos coming out, and he's like, "Hey man, like when you're able to get it mastered and everything, like let me know. I'd love to put it up on Rock Rage." And so we did, and we came out with an EP called Dead Inside. That was we released it on Halloween 2016. And we pushed every song as if it was almost a single. It's like we had our heaviest called Candlelit Massacre, like when we wanted to play like the heaviest shows in town, and we got to open for Upon a Burning Body. And then we have Wicked. It's more like a rock, almost hard rock, heavy metal, but still like has its clean vocal moments. And
Now, do
that's
you have videos for those two as well?
no, we don't, because Our plan is with those songs actually have them remastered and re-released on a full-length album, and then push what we want best as far as a video instead
Right.
of doing too many videos, because the budget's just way too high for them right now, and we don't want to lowball anybody because there are a lot of great videographers out there, and they're worth so much, so much more than we can afford at the moment. But we're trying to be creative and still put out, some type of visual art for them.
So I have my eye on this piece of property
Oh yeah.
here in Florida, and I've been eyeballing it, man. It's 16 acres,
Oh
and
wow.
and it has the most perfect spot for a production like team, right?
Yeah.
So, and for also like an indoor outdoor venue. So that's my dream, is to be able to get, because we have production people. Okay, so on the 26th of every month, we do what's called an in-person interview,
Okay.
which is where we bring a band out and we do an in-person interview, and we provide them. We get the venue, we get the dinner, we do a live interview off of Rock Rage Radio and Osment Entertainment, and then we do a live performance, and then we switch to karaoke with the band after. Uh,
Nice.
so it's like a way to where we could get like 30 people involved into an in-person interview. It's something that nobody's fucking doing. You
Right.
have like these small interviews, and that's great and all, but it's not how you get to know someone. You get to know
Right.
someone over a shot of Jack Daniels and dinner, So
Yeah.
like that is what my whole goal with that was. But yeah, any hoots. I have a whole bunch of production people underneath me, so you should hit some of them up,
Oh
and
yeah, for sure.
maybe they can avenue you go in like the right place if you need some help with that.
Oh
So
yeah, for sure.
um,
Always good to have help.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. But if you need it, it's at hands. So.
Right on. Yeah, and who doesn't like karaoke with a live band? That'd be
Dude,
pretty sweet.
okay, so I'm gonna explain to you why I added that. Okay, so like you get to sing with your art. I mean, even if like you pick one of their songs and it's on YouTube, the karaoke art guy can literally, when you go in a bar and he's like, "Well, what do you want to sing?" And he goes to
Yeah.
YouTube and he like looks it up, right? And he can use that YouTube footage. I mean, I could sing your song Psycho and be like, singing it. I mean, that would be hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That'd
And
be
so
pretty
that
dope.
is my goal at every interview, is to make a fool out of myself on a live camera singing the artist's song to them. And yeah. and I'm a shower singer. So
The best singers are, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess, I don't know.
I hope I
But
spelled karaoke right. Hang on. Karaoke.
it's
I always.
Karo.
Oh, there's the O first.
Is it?
No.
Hold on, let me do it in spell check.
Guys, how do we spell karaoke?
Okay, Kaa. Wait, shit. Karaoke.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, Kara is like a
Thank you, Chanel. Chanel's in the house.
yes. Live
She's
band.
actually Chanel is a badass. She actually does all our PR and marketing work and write ups. She makes us actually, well, whatever ideas I have and I write it out and I think it sounds cool. She's like, let's eliminate like a lot of this and put this because it sounds smarter. Yeah, she's awesome. And we got
Hey,
some
you
family
need
members
it.
in there
Look,
too.
it is like it takes a team effort. Not every see society has made it so like raw cut, like one man, one female in a home, right? Because
Right.
that's the way it's supposed to be. No, it's like it takes a village to do
Yeah.
everything, and
Yeah,
once
it does.
people understand that a little bit better, you'll rock out, because you're not going to be good at everything. You know what I mean? You're not
Right.
going to be good at marketing, promoting, singing. You're not
Yeah.
like, there's going to be some weak points. And that's why you get someone who is in your same energy level and
Yeah.
strong points. It makes a freaking awesome team.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, for
Teamwork
sure. Like
is everything.
Especially like everything merch. My fiance Rachel, she's when she handles like all the merch numbers and she goes over to, hey, like we need this amount because the girls, they love these tanks. And we basically leave our trust on her when it comes to like figuring out like what's going to sell better like for women and what they want to see themselves in. And she'll come up with ideas for designs. And then we have our peeps that handle a lot of social media stuff, like for TikTok. And we have Andy who handles like some of that stuff for booking. And he's like, hey, for TikTok videos, like you don't want to do what you would normally do on Facebook or Instagram and super, high quality stuff. Like TikTok, they want like raw like videos and all this stuff. And we have like a good team of people that really care about us and our message and our music, and they look at their responsibilities at certain uh, aspects of whatever the band may be, whether it be merch or music and marketing and PR, all that stuff. Like they know how to handle their own when it comes to that, and we really appreciate them looking out for us and just helping us push and drive it as far as we can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mary Jo said one of our beach bars here in St. Pete does live band karaoke's. Yeah, I've been a part of the live band karaoke's. This one is just a tad bit different. It's not like we're not going to use the full band. We're going to do like just old style karaoke and have them play it, and then we're just going to make the artists get up there and sing with us. Like we're just going to be like, here's a microphone, come on. You know what I mean? Like old school like bar karaoke. She said but yeah, when I started Osment, we to doing the interviews, it was we had Paul Bryan with Gnome Productions, Barbarazzi photos, taking entertainment photos, Leo's live with the venue, that special sound, and then me putting the whole event together. So it was like, all of us had like little in and out jobs, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it without them. I'd go crazy. I don't know how to run sound. You know what I mean?
That's fun. That's actually my day job is running sound and tour managing, production management, and I'm here, there, and everywhere. Yeah, I right now like my main artist is POD, and every now and again I'll hop on a tour with Nonpoint.
Right.
Which also spins them, and most of the time I'm back home and working sound at corporate gigs or a live concert at in town or something. But it's fun. I love it.
Well, I mean, so now you have like both aspects of it. I like
Yeah.
that really puts you in a good seat, and it shows your worth ethic too as well. It shows that you're trying to get to know like all aspects of the business and not just one. So that's hot. I mean,
Yeah, it's quite a grind, honestly. It's going from one to the next as far as like, okay, you're used to being the behind the scenes guy and running the show, and when you're on stage and you're in front of the show, and now you're the people that you look at, and you know what to expect from everyone else around you running your show.
right.
It's kind of hard because now you're like, if certain things aren't done a certain way, and you're like beating yourself up, like, dang, I should have been me back there doing it, but now I have to be a singer, or vice versa. So it's really cool. It's humbling, but there are a lot of great experiences that I've had growing up in the industry, and being able to tour with big artists like from Ash to and Five Finger, Papa Roach. I've done so many tours with big artists that took me under their wing, and being able to tour like legends like Alien Ant Farm and POD, and learning and from their camps, and then also learning what I can and applying it to Devil's Envy has been a blessing in itself. Because now we're facing being a baby band head on and taking all the professional steps right from the bat, instead of trying to figure it out and making all the mistakes that a lot of young bands have the unfortunate mishap of going through, because they don't have that experience. And when I see that, I kind of like to take that time and kind of not force it on them, but educate them. It's like, hey, you want to avoid these pitfalls, like do this because it's gonna be bad for you. And I'm always looking out for the younger opening acts, and having done toured with big headliners and seeing these opening acts and going through the struggle and sharing their stories. Um, it's nice to be able to pay it forward and share that with them, and so that to help them as well.
Oh yeah, man, that's awesome. Well, it's definitely a smart move. I mean, you definitely did it well in a good way. Normally, people. How do I say this in the right way? So seeking music and knowing that music is something that touches your soul, and going after the business aspect of it first rather than the stage part of it first.
Right.
That is also always my advice, because you get to know the bottom layer of things
Right.
first before you get to know the top layer of things. And sometimes when you go to the top layer of things first, you don't really understand or maybe meet the level of, like, the bottom layer stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
because the backstage and everything that goes beyond backstage is what all throws it together.
Right.
So getting to understand the step letter in that is basically what I mean, and then going up on stage, it does well for your energy, and it's a rock star move. I'm just saying, I agree.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Well, I mean, we were always, when I was younger in like 15, 16 and playing in punk rock bands and trying to, make it, we come up to these gigs and I've always had this, unnerving like feeling like, why is the sound guy pissed off? Like every show we play, and then fast forward to when I started, after I started learning all that and I went on tour, and I was realizing like, oh dang, so it's really hard to work with young bands that really don't get it. And they're wanting to turn around and turn their amp up all the way and the sound guy's upset. And when you're a kid, you don't realize that how much goes into the outside or behind the scenes to make you look good as an artist. And so it took all that learning experience and humbling moments and realizing like, oh, okay, I was just a naive young teenager in a punk rock band and not realizing that we were actually sabotaging the sound for the sound guy to make the show sound good by turning up amps or not realizing that holding your mic towards a stage monitor is going to make it squeal feedback. So there's a lot of cool moments like that helped me realize like, okay, it's a good time to start educating these younger bands on like, why is it that some sound guys got so mad at you?
Well, see, that's
Yeah.
why. That's
Yeah.
why you learned both avenues, is because the universe was like, "Hey, you're going to be a leader, dude. So
Yeah,
you got
most
to know it
likely.
all."
That's
That's
funny.
fun.
Yeah.
Well, Angel, I do want to thank you so very much for coming on with me and rocking out. We're going to play you the two. Well, actually, I think we're going to do all three again. So we'll start with the new one that was released today, The Ghost, and then we'll go into Psycho and the other one too as well. Let me see if I can't. Okay. So we're going to go into The Ghost real quick. Angel, thank you so much, my
Thank
love.
you.
And you could stay on, and we're just going to play a little bit more music
Right on.
after. So we'll rock out and kind of support the bands. Every time I play your stuff, I'll always mention, the band's name, so you'll know when I'm rocking you out over here. I try to
Awesome.
get on 3 times a day. So if you
Yeah,
see
I've
me in
noticed.
your
Yeah.
comments, man, I'm
Yeah.
there all day,
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah, I've been looking out for it now too. Is you have a lot of really good bands on, and it's really cool to see some refreshing new artists come up. And thanks to you, I've discovered at least four of them. So that's
Hell
awesome to
yeah.
stay tuning
Uh,
in.
absolutely. Absolutely. And what we do is, we get on here, with the artist interviews. I want to promote them as much as possible. So, I've been doing this for about, I don't know, 9 months now.
Nice.
And the whole in-person interviews, that one just graduated to about a year and a half. So we've been doing them. I started doing marketing promotional videos, like doing little ads for bands, local cover bands, you know, just
Nice.
show where they were playing, and that's
Yeah.
kind of how I got into it. And you know, helping people out, man, and being able to at least, you know, people put so much work and effort into their stuff, and one of my biggest traumas as a kid was, you know, performing and feeling like no one was watching. So like being able to be that one person that is watching for other people, it means the world to me. So
Yeah, sure.
that is, you know, support and love, man.
Yeah,
All.
agreed. Support and love.
Yeah, sprinkle around fairy dust. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's a
Very
good trait to have. That's real good.
Wow, you know. Well, Angel, thank you so much. We're going to go into the Ghost and then play the others too as well. So you guys check out Devil's Envy. And this is the new song that was released today. The flyer says the 6th, so I get so confused.
Yeah, that's they wanted the exclusive, so they aired it yesterday. That's pretty cool.
I love that. All right. We're going to be playing. We'll have a good day, Angel.
Awesome. You too.
Yes. All right. So,
Thank you.
yes, sir.
Dreams where I fly, I see you dancing in the void. Deep inside I hear a voice, I cry. The air is so cold and I'm not alone. I can feel it as I'm staring at the ghost. It won't let me go, it won't let me go. She has me trapped in this endless nightmare. She holds my throat and whispers in my ear, I'll always keep you here. The air is so cold and I'm not alone. I can feel it as I'm staring at the ghost. It should see me in a crowd. I'm gonna run this nothing town and watch me leave them bow one by one by one, one by one by. You should see me in a crowd. Your silence is my favorite sound. And watch me leave them bow one by one by one, one by one by. Count my cars wash through fall. Blood on the marble. I like the way they are. Scream, tell me which one is worse. Living or dying fast. Sleeping inside a hearse. I don't dream. You say, come over, baby. I think you're pretty. I'm okay. I'm not your baby. If you think I'm pretty, you should see me in a crowd. I'm gonna run this nothing town and watch me leave them bow one by one by one, one by one by. You should see me in a crowd. Silence is my favorite sound. And watch me leave them bow one by one by one, one by one by I'm gonna run this nothing town and watch me leave them bow one by one by one, one by one by. You should see me in a crowd. Your silence is my favorite sound. And watch me leave them bow one by one by one, one by one by one. In my dreams, where I fly, I see you dancing in the void. Deep inside, I hear a voice, I cry. The air is so cold and I'm not alone. I can feel it as I stare at the ghost. It won't let me go, it won't let me go. She has me trapped in this endless nightmare. She holds my throat and whispers in my ear, I'll always keep you here. The air is so cold and I'm not alone. I can feel it as I stare at the ghost. It won't let me go, it won't let me go. When I'm all alone, let me go. Let me go. The air is so cold and I'm not alone. I can feel you as I stare at the ghost. It won't let me go. It won't let me go. The air is so cold and I'm not alone. I can feel it as I stare at the ghost. It won't let me go. It won't let me go. Let me go.
Turn those down instead. Don't forget to visit rockrageradio.com and Osmond Entertainment for upcoming news and events. Just go to rockrageradio.com for your one-stop shopping.